Hey guys, welcome to another episode of You Ask, We Answer. We still have yet to rebrand. At this point, I don't know if we will. Uh, Adam Bowe here, Luke Florence, Kelly James, here to talk. I think we're going to focus today on shop profiles, something I'm pretty excited about. Kelly, were you able to make the product launch event the other day?
I was. It was super high energy, super fantastic. Our panelists did great. Our partners asked excellent questions.
Yeah.
Overall, it was an amazing event.
Awesome. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And that's like months of hard work coming to fruition. So it's cool to see it out in the world now. So as it's getting out into the world, we want to talk a little bit about some of the questions that folks might have, um, as they're either like creating their shop profile or editing and things of that nature. So I've got some of our FAQs here that are in the community. Luke, maybe you can snag a couple of the questions that we had from the event the other day and kind of feed those to us and what the answers were, because I think we answered them live, but be good to regurgitate it here. So yeah, let's just kind of get into it. So Kelly, we've got the partner network, right? Obviously, and shop profiles don't change anything on the partner network side, right? If anything, they just like expand and amplify your ability to get work while on the Xometry platform, give you different ways to have access to the financial tools. But one thing that someone asked was, do I need to be a Xometry partner to have a shop profile? What do you think?
You do not have to have be a partner within our network currently in order to have a shop profile, but you do have to have a Xometry Pay account, and so that is separate. You will be assigned a partner number, but you don't have to do the test part and all of the other requirements as far as becoming a partner within the network.
Can you tell me a little bit
Have you
about
like?
what'd you say?
I said, although we would love to have you within the partner network.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to, but we would love for you to apply. Can you tell me a little bit about what is needed for a Xometry Pay account? Like, what is a Xometry Pay account?
It's setting up your shop finances so that you can have access to the, I'm going to butcher this because I was not prepared, so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is a conversation. I can support you a little bit, if you need me to. So tap me in if you want me to help.
Of course. So Xometry Pay gives you access to your shop finances where you can see all of your Xometry work payouts, as well as anything submitted from your outside customers. You can use Xometry Pay for. And it gives access to the advanced card, the 30% of jobs up front,
Yep.
and the ability to fast pay.
Yeah, basically get you one access to getting paid, right? So if you're gonna do work with us, we want to pay you. But two, it gets you, to have access to all of our shop finances tool, or the suite of financial tools. I do want to plug Luke's Learn with Luke. You and Dave did, I think it was episode 4, was around Xometry Pay. So maybe we can link to that here. But our canned definition is Xometry Pay is our suite of financial tools that allows you to bring financial stability to all of your machine shop work while offering your customers more flexibility in how they pay you. I don't know who on our marketing team came up with that, but it's a pretty good definition. So you don't have to be a partner, but you do have to have a Xometry Pay account, and the reason for that is so you can get paid, and it gets you access to the rest of our financial tools. What about, like, who can have a shop profile? So if it's not a partner, are there any restrictions on shop profile creation?
It does have to be in the US. I think we're looking to expand in the future, but currently it does have to be a shop or a business that is within the United States.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of a cool part of this, right? Is that while we're focused on bringing machine shops, 3D printers, etc., on finishers, you underscored something. It's you just has to be a business within the United States. So while Xometry, functions and focuses on the manufacturing side, really as long as you're a business and if you'll service the manufacturing industry at all, there's a space for you within Xometry's shop profiles, and you can actually take advantage of some of the tools there. One of the consistent ones that we get asked, and we actually get asked this on the partner side too, is can I authorize multiple users to access my shop profile account? And I'll take that one if you don't mind, Kelly. But
Perfect.
This is something that we actually were working on in product for across the board because it's been consistent feedback for us on the job board side, on the partner side. Right now, you can't, but coming soon from product, you will be able to have multi-user login. So that'll be really exciting, and we'll probably do maybe not a full live event, but we'll definitely do some FAQs there and learn with Luke. So let's see. Luke, can I use my advance card to make purchases on another shop profile?
Absolutely.
Nice. That was a softball one for you because that was your first.
Did I do well though?
Yeah, you did well. That was your first one there.
I think it's called available to spend. Is that right, Kelly?
Available balance is
available balance.
Yeah.
That's close.
But that's two different things. So this is good. We can learn Luke something here, Kelly. So your available balance typically matches, almost exactly the balance that's on your advance card. But you actually, when you're paying with available balance, you're just like not swiping that card. So we're not inserting the card number, right? So product did a fantastic job of adding that into the checkout module where you can just click that and pay with it. So you're paying from the same balance. It's just a different mechanism of if you're using the card or the balance or not.
Which means you don't need to have the advanced card in order to use that functionality.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, we always recommend to get the advanced card. But you're right. So if you're shopping on, because then the advanced card, you can take that balance to McDonald's, to Lowe's, right? Unfortunately, you can't pay with available balance there yet. Maybe we can work that into their checkout flow. But for now, you'd have to use the advanced card there. But when you're shopping on the Xometry platform, you can use available balance and not have to have the advanced card. That's a great call out, Kelly. Luke, do you want to snag?
Yeah, I've got a good one.
Yeah, give us one of the questions from the other day and we can tackle it.
Yeah, so one of the questions was if you have a shop profile, but you also have your own existing website, are you able to link your shop profile off of that existing website?
Yeah. Kelly, you want to,
I'll give you that one, Adam.
Okay, yes.
You're a little bit more familiar with all of the SEO and all
Yeah. So yes, you can. And actually on your shop profile, there's a section where your website, if you have one, is linked, right? And then if you link to your shop profile from your website, it enforces something called backlinking. And backlinking is basically, it's, Kelly touched on SEO, not to dive too deep into SEO, but the way Google ranks websites is it's almost like, the saying, it's like you become who you hang out with, right? Well, Google does the same thing where it's like, okay, if Xometry trusts this website enough to link to it, and Xometry is in high standings with Google, which, we have a lot of content out there and we work really hard on our SEO ranking, then that website that we link to gets some of that reputation. So it says, oh, Xometry is a great website and high ranking on SEO, users find it trustworthy. And if they're willing to link to this website, then it, you know, it must also be a trustworthy website. So it can help you in your search results by doing that backlinking, not only us linking to you, but you linking to us, and really solidifying that relationship in Google's eyes, or algorithm, if you will. Google don't really have, well, they might have eyes. I don't know. What else you got?
Yeah, I've got another good one. On shop profiles, we have the showcase gallery where you can showcase some of the work you've done and other pictures. One question we got during the event was, are we allowed to showcase past Xometry work?
I think Chris did a great job of answering this in the event. And I believe it's posted in community as well, so you can hear this in much better way from Chris Brown. But we do have NDAs signed with both our customers and our partners. And so those are super important that we ensure we uphold those NDAs that we've signed with them. So those pictures cannot be posted, any Xometry work cannot be posted unless you were involved in a case study of which we've obtained approvals in order to do so.
Yeah, and this is where I think, you know, it goes back to a little bit of the separation between the shop profiles and the job board, right? Like, obviously we want to take some of the good stuff from the job board, like you're approved to work on that, right? Like you're Xometry verified. Eventually, potentially there's like a high PSS score, or the good actions within the job board influence some of the badges that you can have, or the certifications that you achieve, you know, over in the shop profiles. But there doesn't need to be a separation, right? Job board, we've got those NDAs with customers. That's stuff that we can't post unless, you know, like Chris mentioned, the case study ones. Shop profiles, you just can't use that work to showcase over there. And so we'd want to showcase some of your non-Xometry work. Or if you were lucky enough to work on a project that's been in a case study, you can definitely use that as well.
But we've also seen pictures of, just to add to that, sorry, but just to, you can have pictures of your shop or of your machines, and obviously there would be no issues there as well. We've had several people post pictures of their shops.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, you can take that in a lot of ways to showcase images, right? It could be your certifications, it could be your shop, it could be parts, really anything that you want to showcase could go in that area. Yeah. Now I got an email that is interesting. It kind of stumped me a little bit. And I'm wondering if the three of us could answer it, but if not, we could also just say, hey, we need to, you know, go to product with this one, because I've already kind of looped product in. But Jeremy Gill emailed me last night and said, I received an RFQ through the marketplace. So snaps to Jeremy. However, they're requesting a material that I do not have listed and finishes that I do not have listed. I don't know who to check with about chrome and nickel plating nylon. It looks like the only way to reject this request is by submitting a quote by uploading a file denying the request. I do not see any other way to communicate with the customer outside of calling their phone number, but he'd prefer a written and trackable response. I actually didn't know, is there like a rejection mechanism in the quote request? This is, you know, we're just launching this week, so we're going to be highlighting things that, you know, we haven't thought of before. I don't know, Kelly, do you know of any like rejection, like how the give and take could go beyond like accepting or going back and forth on the quote there?
So I don't think we've dug too far into rejections, because we're hopeful that the buyers are utilizing the platform and seeing what they have. But I know that we are working hard on a communication platform, and that was, I think, another of Jeremy's points was communication and how he was going to discuss the transaction outside of just rejecting. And so I think the point there is more along the lines of we're working on it as far as a communication platform. As far as rejection, I don't have details as to how that happens or what those steps would look like. Like I said, we're hopeful that rejections don't happen often.
Yeah. I do think it's exciting that Jeremy got a quote in there.
Yeah.
So now from the buyer side, right? Going along the theme of the communication, one of our FAQs is, how can I track my order? So Kelly, I think I sent you the FAQs there, but tracking right now and tracking in the future, if you want to comment on those.
Perfect. So correct me if I'm wrong, but tracking currently in the job board world would come through Xometry potentially?
Yeah, job board, Xometry,
Okay.
and shop profiles though. What's
Yep.
tracking over there?
Absolutely. So tracking over there, you are utilizing Xometry platform. However, all interactions are between you as the buyer and the seller. And so tracking would need to come from the seller. You would reach out to them. Again, we're working on that communication platform. So
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah, and this is something I talked about a little bit, during the launch, was that we're so excited about the tool that's out in the world right now, right? Shop profiles right now is fantastic. But there's still a lot of work to be done, and there's things that we know that we need to build on. And I think that falls under, that falls under those guidelines, is that, in the future, hopefully there's a pizza tracker or, tracking the shipment, et cetera. But those are things that are going to have to come between buyers and sellers right now. Yeah, so I don't. We made it through a lot of our FAQs. Luke, did you have any other good ones from the chat, or Kelly, did you have anything else that you really wanted to discuss today? I mean, I'm just excited that we got this out in the world. We got a ton of people creating shop profiles. We were able to give away those Asimento height gauges, the Keurigs. Yeah, we've had a fun week. I don't know if I can announce the winners on here. Right. I actually don't know the legal T's and C's.
All right. I'll follow up afterwards.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Luke, did you have any other questions or?
One quick one that I think is good to touch on is we had a member ask, are we always able to edit and republish our shop profiles, or is it like a one deal and done kind of thing?
Kelly?
So absolutely. You have the access to the menu through the hamburger, I guess that's what we call it, options on the left-hand side. And at any point you can update, edit any of the items. Of course, you have to meet the minimum requirements. I believe at least your logo and some verbiage in there in order for it to publish. So that could change, but you can edit, publish, unpublish if you so desire at any point.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things I figured out from our design team is that's actually called a hamburger menu. I think that's awesome.
I feel weird saying it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
the other thing,
and for those that don't know what a hamburger logo, it's just like the little 3-line menu button that you can click. So, but yeah, all right, cool guys. Well, I feel like we covered a lot of good stuff today on just some good FAQs there. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Kelly, Luke, and I will get there, or in the discussion thread, I should say. We'll also link to a couple of the things that we talked about today, such as episode 4, Learn with Luke, some of the FAQs. But yeah, call in with any questions next week, and we'll be back.
I do want to point out again, because last week Adam had mentioned I am having a medical procedure next week, and so I may come as an alien or some sort of fun things, or I may have my camera off, just depending on how everything goes. But
yeah, okay.
I wanted to advise that just for reference.
I want
not trying to hide from anyone, but
I want this to be the cover of this those goggles. All right, guys. Well, we'll talk to you guys next week, and thanks for my co-host Luke and Kelly there.